Inspect a tachometer for accuracy. After a routine repair, you're checking engine instruments on the ramp. Everything looks normal until you notice the tachometer. Something seems off. The RPM reading doesn't match expectations. It's a small detail, but small details matter, especially when engine speed is involved. However, this casual oversight can lead to a larger problem later. Even slight errors in RPM indication can lead to poor decisions or missed faults. Accurate feedback is critical for safe operation. The tachometer is not just another dial. It is a primary reference for engine speed, and it must be accurate and trustworthy. Let's look at the steps for inspecting tachometer markings according to FAA guidelines. This helps reinforce a precision mindset and systems-based approach to verification, not assumptions. Start with the outermost layer of inspection, visibility. Look closely at the markings, especially the green arc and the red line. The green arc indicates the normal operating range, while the red line marks the maximum allowable RPM. These visual cues are part of the regulatory requirements and not just for convenience. If any marking is faded, peeling, or unreadable in standard lighting, the tachometer does not pass inspection, even if the mechanical function appears intact. Next, check the physical condition. Examine the glass face and the internal ring. Has anything shifted? If the red line has shifted from its true reference point, the RPM reading becomes misleading. That compromises both accuracy and safety. Now, test function. Connect a calibrated RPM analyzer during an engine run-up and compare readings with the tachometer output. The RPM analyzer can measure the RPM within a tolerance accuracy of plus or minus 0.1%. Each aircraft manufacturer sets specific tolerance limits for tachometer accuracy. If the reading falls outside those limits, shut down the engine and correct the issue before proceeding. On turbine engines with magnetic pickups, verify the air gap between the gear and sensor. This gap must be within spec. These systems measure RPM by detecting gear teeth movement, and the sensor gap must be precise. A misaligned gap can introduce signal error, even if the display seems normal. Always match tachometer markings to the manufacturer's engine specifications or type certificate data. A systems-based inspection does not rely on memory. It relies on documentation, consistency, and a disciplined approach. Visual checks alone aren't enough. Precision in aviation maintenance comes from procedures you can trust and instruments you can verify. Every line, arc, and reading on the tachometer must reflect what the engine is actually doing. In aviation, accuracy isn't optional. It's what makes an aircraft airworthy.